Welcome to TV24's Primetime Sports. I'm Gerhard Mathangani, joined here by Chase Robinson. And Chase, it's that time of year again for SEC Media Days.
52 days until the official season kicks off, but this week's kind of the unofficial kickoff to college football.
It always is. On day one, 3 teams to start the day. We'll start with the Auburn Tigers. The Tigers, 2 years removed from their run in the national championship game. Auburn looking to take a step forward here in 2016. This time last year, the Tigers were the favorite to win the league, but after a 7-6 season and just 2 wins in the SEC, expectations are low. It's a position they don't mind being in, and they use it as motivation.
How we've been practicing, how we started off in the spring, I feel like the sky's the limit, and when we put those pads back on, I think we're going to do what we have to do.
Whatever happens, we want to live up to the rules that were set by this leadership staff, and continue to follow that no matter what happens. So we take one game at a time.
We have a great group of guys, and we have a great coach as well. And I just feel like if we buy into it and be the best we could be as players and try to make those plays, that's the easier to be.
We didn't play with pace. Pace is really one of our big advantages. The big difference was we didn't execute at a high level. We've always prided ourselves on executing at a high level. So those 2 things are really what I'm focusing in on. That's what I like doing, and I'm committed to doing that, and I'm confident we'll be quite a bit better on the offensive side of the ball.
The Tigers are still looking for the guy to lead them on offense. Malzahn and the players agree that the battle for the starting quarterback job so far has been good.
We got 3 guys that are going to be fighting for the position in fall camp. The good thing is all 3, I believe, can execute our offense. That's the positive. The challenge we have is who's going to give us the best chance of a winning this year, identifying that person earlier in fall camp rather than later. We've got a good plan, I feel like, put them in some competitive situations to figure out who that guy is.
Good quarterback is usually associated with a good team. But, I do trust our coaching staff to make the right decision when that time comes.
The Florida Gators will be entering season number 2 with head coach Jim McElwain. The Gators lost their last 3 games last season, one to their rival Florida State. They lost to Alabama in the SEC Championship and to Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. And they will use that as motivation heading into the 2016 season.
We definitely use it as motivation. We was a little disappointed in not winning those games. Of course, we feel we could have done much better in those games. We started out the season pretty well and didn't finish as well.
We by no means are satisfied with how we ended, not any stretch of the imagination. And yet, I'm not going to downplay the fact that we were one of the 2 teams that were playing in Atlanta, and I'm proud of that. Now we've got to see how we learned.
We did a lot better than we were expected to do, and I look at it like we're probably going to be the hunted this year, But at the same time, we're going to still keep hunting. We're not going to sit back and just, let people come to us. We're going to go out and find what we want and take what we want.
The final team up, the Vanderbilt Commodores. They won 3 games in Derek Mason's first year as head coach back in 2014, followed it up with 4 wins last year, including their first 2 conference victories. They're still far away off from their goals, but Mason says this team is hungry for more.
We fell short a year ago. The time is now. The wins have to come now. The expectation is to make sure that we work towards playing winning football along with providing a great education.
And that's a wrap from day 1. 4 more teams take the stage tomorrow. It'll be Georgia, Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Texas A&M.
Should be a fun one. We'll be right here to cover it all for you. Have a full report in our Tuesday night news. That is it for sports. Chris is the final check of the weather after the break.